I met you, I don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
So, we just watched Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant is the next movie in line of Ridley Scott's Alien series. The last one was called Prometheus. And the last movie in Prometheus, a lot of people got pissed because the movie was boring and didn't explain nothing. This movie, less boring, didn't explain nothing. It was basically Prometheus again, except at least there were xenomorphs in this.
Okay, so
there were xenomorphs in this. Thank God.
Let's rewind this back. Okay, so Alien Covenant, for a while there was actually two different versions of Aliens. It was supposed to be a Neil Blomkamp movie or whatever. He's the guy that did District 9.
Yeah. I heard about
his
that.
version, and then it was you got this version, Alien Covenant,
by Ridley Scott, the original.
Now the Neil one. Okay, the Neil one was supposed to be like completely separate from Prometheus. It was going to be his own thing. Sigourney Weaver was supposed to be in it and stuff. And I think that movie
I heard
got
part
tabled.
about that. Yeah, I heard some of that.
Yeah, it basically got tabled. It didn't come out. So in comes Alien Covenant, which a lot of folks, including myself, we were watching Prometheus. It's like I didn't hate it. So
I hated Prometheus.
I was just disappointed, and it's not like I had expectations or anything. But like you said, there was stuff in that movie where it's like, okay, you're throwing these ideas out here.
And you're not explaining
And you're not explaining nothing. Again, I'm not asking you to hold my hand, movie. I'm just saying, if you're going to throw that in there, give me something.
You know what? I told it to somebody else. Like, it was like one part of the movie. Like, you might as well whip somebody's penis out and just like wag it around because it would make just as much sense as it would not telling nobody nothing. So in this movie, and I said that to myself, you know what? Ridley Scott's been getting shitted on by a lot of people, including me and including a lot of people that we know.
Here's the kicker, though.
Yeah.
What was the last good Ridley Scott movie?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Exodus? Nope.
No. Was it that Robin Hood movie?
Fuck you.
Fuck you, that Robin Hood movie.
First off, why would you do Robin Hood all fucking Billy Badass, first off?
I mean...
Like, why would you make him like, hey, I got an idea for Robin Hood. Let's make it serious and get freaking homeboy from Gladiator.
Oh, yeah,
Russell Crowe to basically play fucking dude from Gladiator again, except with a bow and arrow.
You're playing...
there was no fun in it. The thing about Robin Hood, to me at least... He was supposed to be fun.
He was
fun-loving.
He was a woodland English ninja. You know what I mean? This one, he was like a warrior.
Even the Kevin Costner one has some fun in it.
Nah, not that last one. Ridley Scott to me is one of these directors that
Miami Vice, maybe.
You know what? The one thing when it comes to Ridley Scott for me is that much like Zack Snyder, I clearly see that he has a vision.
Oh yeah,
he clearly has a vision. You know what I mean? Ridley Scott to me is one of the better visionists.
There's some good visuals.
You know what I'm saying? And in this movie, in Covenant, there is a couple scenes where I tell myself like, it ain't so much like it's going to score high points, but it was like one point where everything was like tinted green for 1 second, and I was like, usually when people do it, it's there for no reason. Yeah. And this one, it was there for no reason, but it was there to really set atmosphere and futuristic atmosphere. Yeah. It looked good, and there is some shots cinematography wise it looked real good, but the problem was I was like, let's all right, how's the story plays itself out? And Ridley Scott, I can't name you the last movie I liked that he made. I can't.
You have to really take it all the way back to like fucking the early 2000s.
God, I don't even remember what he did back then.
That's been a while.
But in this one, everybody was like,
I was saying years after Prometheus, basically. It takes place some years after
10 years after Prometheus.
Yeah, 10 years after Prometheus. And there's a crew, they're going to another planet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we see you see Michael Fassbender, who, gotta be honest with you, D set the tone at the beginning of the movie. When we see the opening of the movie, it's like he whispered to me, he was like, oh, so we're gonna get some acting out of Michael Fassbender.
Like, this is acting? Like, no, it wasn't. It was Michael Fassbender being Michael Fassbender, meaning that it's Michael Fassbender. I don't have a bad thing to say about him as an actor. Not at all, man. You know what I mean? Not at all. So when we saw the movie start off with him, I was like, oh, wait, so David came back. No, it's not David. It's Walter. This is a different one. And if anybody knows anything about the Alien franchise. I don't have to tell you 1 second about the androids. You already get them.
Except this movie, they did a thing where they literally telegraphed the fuck out of the fucking plot twist.
Oh my God! Without really going into the plot twist of like anything, put it this way: it becomes
bad things happen because stupidity.
And you know what? This is not even a giveaway because if I might as well not give you a preview. They basically go to another planet. The ship called the Covenant doesn't crash land or nothing. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna throw it out there. If you know that James Franco's in the movie, that's good.
It's a blink and you miss.
Yeah, have fun with that. You know what? They paid James Franco how much money to do that?
I don't know.
How much? How much? Because I know James ain't fucking cheap.
To do that one scene.
To do that one fucking scene.
And then another scene where he's just dead.
That nigga was on vacation, man. And I don't even think that was him dead.
You know what? I spoiled that. James Franco gets killed 2 seconds.
2 seconds in the movie. Way to fucking go. Imagine if you was watching motherfucking Transformers. I'm not Transformers. Terminator. And Michael Biehn dies in the future. It wouldn't make any fucking like. Oh wow! Thank you for that.
2 days to retirement.
Everybody in this movie had 2 days to retirement.
Speaking of which, okay.
The deaths in this movie. Wow, I can say this: more entertaining than Prometheus. It dumbed everything down.
You know what?
They went from being. Okay, you remember how the last movie in Prometheus, we were mad that these scientists were not acting like scientists. Well, guess what? That trope stays with a little mix of Scooby-Doo logic. Basically, oh man, you hear that over there? Yeah, you're right. We should split up on this alien planet that none of us has fucking been on.
Or, hey, real talk. So, Danny McBride's in this movie, right?
Danny McBride.
Now, I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, Danny McBride's in the movie. He's gonna be the wisecracking pilot, whatever.
You know what I mean? I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that too. I was like, you know what? Cool.
What I didn't see coming is him having a fucking shit kicker hat on. And he's named Tennessee.
That nigga's name is Tennessee.
I'm not even kidding.
Tennessee, nigga. Tennessee. I was like, oh my God. I was like, so I leaned over to Chris. I was like, so he has the hat on because we have to know that he's from the South. Like, knowing Ridley Scott would have done some shit where he's wearing like a Confederate flag.
I'm surprised he didn't have chew in his mouth, spitting his
Yeah, you know what I mean? This motherfucker got snuff in his mouth and spitting his shit, yeah? Nah, I like how even in the year 2105 04, whatever. Yeah, 04. Even then, the who knows, like here's the thing. Like, when it comes to music is timeless. It's timeless.
Yeah.
Certain music will be known forever. John Denver's West Virginia
somehow survive 100 years later.
Hey, if it's like that, I swear you better turn on and be like, yeah, you like John Denver? I love John Denver. I love this also. Who, roll, Gucci down to. I'm like, yes. ASAP Ferg better exist if fucking John Denver exists.
Speaking of hip hop, Jussie Smollett's in this movie.
Yeah, that was great. That Jussie
being quiet Jussie Smollett.
I hey, there's a light
Empire.
Hey, there's Empire right there.
Well, you said underground. I think he is in underground.
I don't know if he's in underground. I never watched underground. I feel bad that I don't watch underground. And somebody told me like, man, underground's good. You gotta watch it.
Look, as soon as I saw the trailer with Harry Tubman with 2 shotguns, I was in.
Oh yeah, I'm sure about that. But here's the thing. I just quick sidebar. I don't watch it. I haven't watched it yet. And I know somebody's like, why the hell you haven't watched it? Why you haven't watched it? You know what? Here's my excuse. I don't want to watch it.
But Jussie Smollett's in this movie, and he's playing a very quiet, subdued person. He's not like he's not stereotypical black. Like, that is whack. Oh my God!
Thank God we had quiet Samoan in this movie.
Not Jason Momoa.
Yeah, not Jason Momoa. Clearly some.
No, you said Jay Uso.
Jay Uso looking this Polynesian ass nigga didn't say a damn word. The only thing he said was like, Captain, I'm right here, and then he died. No, that's not giving the one away. You knew that the person of color was gonna die.
Homegirl that played Coretta Scott King in
she was in it. She was in it.
It was basically kind of being because Billy Crudup is the captain in the movie.
Yeah.
Mr. Manhattan himself. And he's kind of a dick. I'm not gonna say kinda.
Kinda, he is.
He is a dick, and homegirl is basically kind of being like, hey, these gonna be your neighbors. Cut the bullshit.
So like, yeah, you're like, yeah, we gotta be one people, you know, when we get to another planet. So they get it. So what happens is the accident happens. Franco dies. And Billy becomes the fucking captain, and Billy gets a distress call, which is basically West Virginia. West Virginia.
Tennessee is the one that sings.
Take me home. And here's motherfucking, oh yeah, man, I know about that. Of course he knows about it. He's Tennessee. And I thought about, you know what, I didn't say this to you, but I gotta say this now. So Tennessee survived the Trump year.
You survived the Trump years. It's like, oh.
No, not Tennessee. I mean the actual state of Tennessee has lived.
So they go to the planet, and it's basically everything that you can think of that happens.
Everything. They get a distress caller. Who's down there? The people that you find down there, this is a bit of a fucking spoiler. I don't give a fuck. David from Prometheus is down there. And I don't need to spoil nothing. You probably already know.
Do the math on where this is going.
Do the math.
You saw where he was at. You saw where David's mentality was at in Prometheus.
Yes, you did. Where it was like, human beings are interesting.
I don't like you.
I don't know if they should
just
live or not.
Just to point that out, though, they did a backstory beginning of the movie with David and what's his face? His creator.
Waylon, yeah.
And Waylon is a dick to David.
Waylon was a dick in Prometheus, man. I can say this: whoever I don't know who was playing Waylon in this one, though.
He's a homeboy from Iron Man 3.
That's not Guy Pearce.
That's Guy Pearce.
That was Guy Pearce. Oh yeah, that was Guy Pearce. You know what? It's hard to tell.
Old makeup.
This time they didn't put fucking paper mache all over his face like they did in motherfucking.
Well, they took a cue from Marvel and was like, "Hey, can we get some of that technology?
Can we get
age them up a little bit?
Can we get the aging, brush? Can we get that?"
Yeah, but Waylon was a dick to David, and it's like, okay, so this is how you set off a robot. Because David was giving him the look like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, but you're gonna be old and die anyways.
Father, you do realize that you will die and I will live, right?
Pierce had that face like, son of a bitch.
Pull my teeth, bitch. That nigga went straight up Mr. off of motherfucking Color Purple. Pull my teeth.
Not hot enough. Everything about this movie.
Somebody approached David. That razor look a little bit dull now.
What you gonna do? Don't cut me.
You know what?
The thing about Alien Covenant is that everything that you could possibly know that's gonna happen, me, D, and everybody in the audience were laughing our asses.
Shout outs to the black geeks who were beside us too, man. It's great. Number one, it's always great that the DMV podcast community, at least the black DMV podcast community, we all have the same thing about
Triple X.
We all, the Triple X, man, we was out deep for that one. All the black folk, we was out deep for that one. Just so all of us could go just start clowning on it. You know what? Let me put it to you this way. When you look at this movie, right, one major thing happens again. The scientists put their faces into stuff
that you're not supposed to do. Whoa. First off, you're scientist.
Oh, also, I got a question. So it's 2104. So people still smoke cigarettes? Apparently.
Look. Here's how bad it is, right? You know, we talked about Prometheus. These scientists, they don't follow scientist protocols, right?
Yeah, not at all.
Tennessee is literally the only one that's like, hey, quarantine?
Quarantine? You want to get a quarantine?
Hey, nobody answers.
Nobody.
Not a yes, not a nod, nothing.
Now, it's kind of funny. Much like Idris Elba in Prometheus, I thought that's what Danny McBride was going to do. Was going to pretty much do what Idris Elba's doing.
Pretty much common sense.
You know, like, they paid me the third most on this film, so
I gotta do something.
That's what it kind of did with her.
This whole movie, it's like, and I knew it was happening. It was, again, much like Prometheus was like set up to aliens in a way, but not really. This one was really a setup of like, oh, so this is the origin of aliens.
You know what? To give the movie some credit, and I do give it this, they explained shit that was in Prometheus, but there's still some things they didn't explain.
Open up more plot holes.
Oh my God, didn't it? It opened up more things, because you know what? Here's the one thing they didn't answer. And they kind of do, but it still comes back to the same question.
What's with the black
goo? What's in it? Okay, so it obviously kills, but who created it and why did they create it? Is it because they wanted to exterminate their own people? Did they want to exterminate other people? Did they want to start life? We don't get nothing. Nothing of these so-called gods who made us. Speaking of which, if we were all made in these gods' images, so why are all of us white? Anyway,
you know what? I would say that scene with them was actually pretty good. I like the scope of like that whole scene.
You know what? Yeah, at least that was kind of cool in a way. But at the same time, it's like, yo, so David, you learn how to fly that thing, and then on top
actually, that spoiler on that one.
Yeah,
there was actually a video that was kind of like the prelude to it that explained everything that led up to it. And like I said, the movie kind of retracts that and stuff.
Yeah.
They kind of, again, I'm not going to spoil the plot twist on that whole thing, but it kind of gives you an idea of what happened. But the thing about it is, when you see David, off the break, you're like, he's up to no good. There's no way.
I mean, he doesn't even... It was like one part, and I wish I did it louder. He was like, there's nothing to worry about. And I was going to go, yo, I got to give it up. Much like Triple H, Max, this one, we riffed this fucking movie. Oh my gosh.
And the thing is, you might think, well, man, you guys really messed up the movie. No, the rest of the audience was
either
sentiments.
Either they were laughing with us, or somebody else is like, what?
Because again, Billy Crudup's character, when he gets near the end, it's like he loses brain cells and just all of a sudden does the... When you see it, you're just going to be like...
Dude, there was one... Like, now that's a funny thing. And I could say, there is more action. There is more stuff happening. And so I think...
So it is slightly better than...
It is slightly better, but I agree with one of the guys off Black Geeks. He said it the best way. They dumbed it down to a B movie level, and that's the problem. While it is better, it got dumbed down. Nothing got explained.
You know what movie was actually better?
Shit happened.
You know what movie was actually better than this that came out this year? I think it was not The Host. It was Life with Ryan Reynolds and what's his face that played.
I didn't see that one. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. The one that was in space and all that shit. Yeah.
The good thing about that movie is none of the characters are dumb. The things that are happening is because they don't understand the creature that they're trapped in.
And that's supposed to be the whole thing. You don't
understand the creature, so you might sit there in any other movie and be like, this is stupid, but it's like, no, the characters are reacting to a situation that they have no understanding of. So they do everything right, but at the same time, it's just like shit goes bad.
And nobody...
It's out of their hands.
Yeah,
what the
exactly.
Fuck you do?
I'm cool with that. See, that's what I thought that...
And that's why I didn't like about this movie. It's just the movie...
Nobody acted like a human being. Nobody acted
Tennessee was the only one I could say. Tennessee and maybe the...
You just like saying his name.
I was in Tennessee and maybe the lead, not Ripley chick, had a little bit of common sense.
The lead, not Ripley chick. There was one part where she got
Walter.
Yeah, there was one part where she got a gun, and I was like, all right. I have a haircut like Gohan, and I'm not afraid to use this gun.
Let's go.
I was like, yo, man, they gave her...
In my tank top. It's a bitchin' tank top, ain't it?
I'm like, man, you know it ain't a Ridley Scott movie until you see some woman in panties or a tank top. One of the two. Like, yeah, where to hit the quota? Where to hit that goddamn quota, Ridley? You know what? I'm done. That's pretty much all I really got to say about this movie.
But trust me, folks, when you see this movie, you're going to laugh. I will say this.
My rating, and
it's 2 out of 5, dog.
2 out of 5. I really want to give it 1.75.
Oh, no. It's a 2 out of 5.
It's a 2 because that's what I was going to say. It deserves that, but you know what? At least I got entertainment.
Here's the thing. If we're running down all the Aliens movies before we go, right?
Uh-huh.
So I said Alien and Aliens were good movies because it's not, the characters didn't do stupid stuff. Like the first Alien movie, the characters, they are truckers. Yeah, they have no fucking idea.
Yeah, the first movie really made it scary was The Unknown. The Unknown. The second movie was that holy shit.
Game.
It was the numbers game. And even in the what about the third movie? They wanted to do something different. They really tried to do something different.
You know what? This movie wasn't quite on Alien Resurrection.
Now, that's the thing. What about Alien Resurrection? Here's me. Okay, blame the 90s. Blame the 90s.
Too many ideas
that didn't make any sense, and you wanted to put sex and violence in it. That's all you want to do. Hey, at least Dan Hedaya didn't. At least Dan Hedaya was in it. I can say that. And Dan Hedaya died like a bitch too, man.
This movie, it's like I'm watching it, and it's like, again, like you said, there's ideas there.
Yeah, there's there.
But beyond that, it's just like, this is dumb. They're just breaking protocols left and right.
And a good question is like, well, D, if that being said, where's Prometheus rank on your list of movies? Oh God, it's. I want to say it's better than 3, but.
There's caveats to that.
Yeah, you know what, man? There's so many. But the point is this. Put it this way. 2 out of 5. No.
Watch it at your own risk.
Watch it. That's what I'm saying. Don't pay for it. Watch it at your own risk. If you ain't got nothing better to do, watch it. Enjoy it and whatever. I don't know.
I do know some folks are gonna probably be like, but Ridley Scott. It's like, look, there are some directors that I like. They're gonna fuck up, and Ridley Scott. This is one of those. It's like,
This movie to me is purely you sitting down laughing.
I don't see it beating Guardians this weekend.
Oh no! Oh, you don't see it. I mean,
even
gosh,
if it's Alien Covenant,
water's wet. What did you think was going to happen?
Well, because everybody says, well, it's Ridley Scott. And it's like, but does his name really?
And see, that's my thing. Ridley Scott's name didn't really mean shit since the fucking 80s, man. Well, 90s, but still. It
ain't like James Cameron, where it's like, well, James Cameron does command respect because $1 billion.
Yeah, come on, man. No, Ridley Scott doesn't make these $1 billion movies. He doesn't. And
you know what this movie basically was? It was Chasing the Dragon.
It really was. It really was.
Hey guys, this is the Xenomorph's origin. It's like, so this is okay.
Now, hold up. And to give it its lore points, yes, it was. Yeah. This was a pure thing to see where the Xenomorphs came from and all that.
Movie franchise would never do a lore of it and stuff like that and fuck itself over. Predator. I rest my fucking case.
Wow.
I maintain to this day that the Predator franchise, taking AVP out the equation, because AVP kind of fucked both franchises and stuff.
Yeah, that was just one of those things. They wanted to make money.
The Predator franchise, honestly, has been pretty solid. Say what you will about 2.
Yes, say what you will about 2. Yes, at least the Predator series has some type of balance to it, and I think it is the mystery of where they came from and all that.
They didn't say shit about the mystery.
And here's the thing: you can still do where they came from and all that. It is set up for them at this point right now where they can drop an origin story and make it real good or whatever like that. But guess what? I don't think you should. Why? Because they're the ones trying to kill you. I don't think you should. But here's the thing. Now, I get it with the Xenomorphs. I think we all kind of wanted to know, okay, what alien race are them and all that. I think what's going to piss everybody off is we made it. I think
you see how it gets to that point.
I think we made him.
No, but when you if you go see this, when you see how it got to that point, it's like, oh, huh. Oh, that happened.
Yeah, I know. That's all you can know. Like, huh. Well.
I mean, but you're right. In an inadvertent way, we kind of sort of did. But trust me, folks. When you see it,
man, look. It was best that you didn't open it. And look, if they made that a comic or a side mission in a video game, cool. But like
the new Alien game, it's like, hey, here's some DLC for this. It's Alien
Xenomorph Origins. You know what I mean? Something like that.
If it was a video game, we would have been like, it's a video game, whatever.
Nah, this one, man, they spent money and time on this bitch. And like I said again, 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
Run it at your own risk. We see y'all next time when we do this motherfucking in the movies. I think we're gonna do what, Transformers next, or is something else?
I don't know. Wonder Woman's coming up. I don't know if.
I don't think we're doing Wonder Woman next time. I don't think so. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
And find out. Of course, y'all gonna be there. So, peace out. Happy, stay black and all that, and don't let the Xenomorphs get you, my nigga.
Metro Boomin, want some more, nigga.